We'll see how much of this shows up. This is a 10 or an 11 guitar string, solid string. There's one place here that I've got to push in. And we have to cleat these cracks. So I fish this through. I take a rosewood cleat. It's not the same as that one, but this can't pull through because I left the ball end on it. Now we're gonna tie a knot here. And now you can pull it through. It's not where I want it, but it is now. I'm going to pull right here. And there will be things right here's where we're going to pull. And again, I'll get that back and put some glue on it, on the right side of it. And from there, this is going to be used to pull both surfaces together. So, I'll be back in a few minutes. Monkeys and footballs. Where was I going? This way. Now I will manually attempt to pull these suckers together. I'll get in the way, but now you can see what we're doing. You can get a lot of force on this. And we're and all like that. So the door is open. I don't have the overhead lights on. And this is this is the worst crack. Where the crack came from really doesn't matter anymore. The wood could have dried out. There's a matching crack on the other side of this book-matched pair, but it's not quite as long. Well, it's pretty long, which tells me it was something in the wood. Kind of looks like a gash right now. This is where the CA has been applied, and I'll probably have to do it again, but same process, same tool. So we'll do that for a while and see what it looks like. So we're down to, I sanded it with 400. You can see here, maybe, got the same white color or texture that reveals itself once you hit this with 400. This removes that. But that white is actually like a dust there. But this is like absolutely smooth. You cannot feel any disparities. This is my favorite kind of stuff. It takes a long time to learn how to get along. Not just wood, I can make wood do anything. Yeah. Yeah. That's sculpture. Back away. Back away from this. Please. Back away, please. We'll leave the camera on and go with. So there's not, I didn't even use rubbing compound on here. That's something that, what I'm doing now is the interim stabilization of the finish, excuse me, until you decide what quality the final finish should be. And this may be it, because it's good. And it smells real good too. Make your guitar smell good. This is basically a designer grade turpentine and high grade linseed oil. Here we go. It's, I don't have all the lights on. We'll look at this later, but it's real nice. It's like nothing ever happened here. Only it smells much better than it used to. And we're getting rid of the plastic and replacing it with something. Really, I don't care what the finish is. It's a good basis for a final finish. Now what I did on the back, and what I'm going to do here is actually wipe all of it off. Look at that. There's nothing left on there. And what is left on here is basically edible. It won't hurt you. It smells good, and the wood just loves it. The wood loves it. The whole thing about putting this stuff on thick is ridiculous. You can't put it on thick. It'll turn, but wow, it's a nice finish. Anyway, this is a candidate for French polish or American polish, depending on. French polish is like 500 to 1,000, and American polish is 100 to 200. I invented the American polish. I didn't really. Anyway, now we're going to do this one the same way. Here's what looks like the dripping gash. If all the lights were on, it would anyway. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, you can't see it now. Anyway, this is it was book matched material, and this is the matching crack. Wow, so we're going to do the same thing. No need to show it twice. Well, it's stabilized, and it's like nothing ever happened. Let's see what we see. This one we have to plug in, excuse me. There. So, I have a crack here. This is just the glow of the thin top, but you can see the new bridge plate too. Anyway, there are, yes, these cracks. 2, 3, 4. 4 good-sized cracks on the top, which we'll have to cleat. See if we can zoom in enough to see something. If you see something, say something. Yes, there it is too. Better than I thought. There, very clear. See that crack? Let's use a pointer. stay away from the racetracks. Thank you. I have pointers, don't worry. This crack is kind of jagged. Let's see, is there another piece of that? Yes, and then there's a brace here, and then there's another piece, and it shows signs of failure also. So, just in general, I don't know why. Oh, here we did, yes. In general, zoom out. Yes. If the crack is running with the grain, which it will be, and you put in a cleat, the grain should run across, not parallel to the crack, because it'll just split there. People don't think about it, but the whole thing is made up of things that people don't think about. When you add them up, it's a success or failure. Every one of these cracks will have to be healed. In other words, I can make it mechanically sound, but these will have to be filled. I use CA, and I can usually do it without. No, anyway, it's going to affect the top, the finish, but that's later. So we're working on cracks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I filled them. This time I filled them with green Type Bond. Green is Type Bond 3. I'm hoping the color of the dried glue will be close to the grain of the wood. Let's see. This is 400 grit. I may find some 600, but down to the wood, you can see when I hit the wood, it turns white. So here it's easier to see. This is the risky move on my part. How will we hide the, it's smooth now. I got the crack removed physically. It's sealed and healed, so to speak. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Almost got through without the finish on that one. And this one. Finish off with the grain. Yeah, go look for some 600. 600 wet or dry. Well, it's dry. Sandpaper with a question or a statement? We're doing this because I'm not using rubbing compound at this time. The finish I'm going to apply first cure, so to speak, at least overnight, before you can rub it out. But I think that's only the beginning, and then we won't apply much extra finish other than my next step until later, where we might go with a antiquing shellac. That'll be way later, if probably never. Okay. So, let's see if we can make this disappear. Or, you know, the cracks won't disappear. They simply won't. But it's beginning to look like a 100-year-old guitar top. This crack doesn't really show much. And I'll be working with this finish to make these cracks less visible. They're much less visible already. Well, judicious use of the magic marker followed by blending and cleaning. Pretty much, we got one little light area here, but it's almost like a part of the book match. So, we're going to be okay. I don't know what this will show, but what I'm seeing is the finish that was put on here really seems like a spray can of Deft with a noticeable satin finish. I don't know, but where I've started to level it with 400 and put that clear finish on it, it's popping. There's grain that's real nice looking, so. And I can also see that it's got globs on it. See if we can get it's not. Anyway, there's a glob here. There's a glob. This whole thing is globbed. So we're going to level it and rub it out. If we can level it without breaking through, I think it's going to look nice.